effective.
It's not easy to be one of the strongest people on the planet, but it's even harder when you're only 4.3 feet tall. Nevertheless, Anton Kraft is not afraid of anything, and has proved to the world that if you have willpower, you can achieve anything, no matter how hard it seems. We're sure that there are not many famous dwarves in the bodybuilding world. Nevertheless, Kraft has reached great success in this area. He's the only person in the world who can lift 4 times his own weight. From that point of view, you could say that Anton is the strongest person in the world, but to reach such success, Kraft had to work pretty hard and be very ambitious, and now we know that the tenacity of purpose of this 52-year-old bodybuilder has also helped him with the ladies. Years ago, Kraft imposed himself one rule: the woman of his heart must be at least 1 foot taller than him. So right now, Anton is dating a woman called China Bell, who is 6.2 feet tall. Kraft has been in the bodybuilding business for 10 years now. In his weight category, Kraft owns several records, prizes and achievements. For example, a world record in his bench press weight class. So take note. This guy is the tiniest bodybuilder in the world, and his family and friends call him Romeo. He was only 33 inches tall, and his weight was 22 pounds. Fortunately, his dwarfism didn't affect the proportions of his body, so he could work really hard in the gym to make his body muscular and tough. He didn't go with the flow, and didn't let his inborn defect stop him from becoming a star. In spite of his small weight, he worked with 3.3-pound dumbbells. He was a regular guest on local TV channels, and in 2008, he made it into the Guinness Book of Records as the smallest bodybuilder in the world. Apart from his incredible moral courage, Aditya was famous as a talented dancer and a showman. Unfortunately, in 2013, this guy passed away, but he's still an example of how a strong spirit can defeat a weak body.
Number 3.
This is a person that's really dedicated to his passion. He started exercising when he was really young, and he still amazes us. He's a grandpa already, and he keeps training. Besides, he has a lot of fans around the world, and people discuss him in the bodybuilding communities and social networks. Now he's a bearded, very active and modern 65-year-old man. At the age of 41, Andreas Carling finished his bodybuilding career and started his own business selling sports products. However, 5 years ago, the athlete decided to prove that he's still in good shape. He went onto the stage along with other veterans of this sport. And by the way, it's really surprising. Andreas Carling is a
Number 2.
Candice Armstrong. This young British girl doesn't look quite so girly. Candice Armstrong lives in London. She's 28 years old, and not so long ago, she was a cute blonde girl with a thin figure. At some moment of her life, she decided to practice bodybuilding, and for a better effect, she decided to use anabolic steroids. The result was immediate. Her hands were strong, her muscles were sculpted, and it was probably time to stop. But as often happens with bodybuilders, it wasn't enough for her. She continued to train, and more importantly, she continued to use steroids. As a result of this process, she got all covered in hair and her chest underwent a full transformation. Instead of boobs, she now has male pecs. Even the face of Candice changed and became manlier. And you know what the most interesting thing is? She doesn't regret the outcome because she wanted to become a man. She doesn't even want to stop taking steroids because she's afraid her skin will grow flabby.
Number 1.
This man was a very successful contestant in all kinds of motorcycle races, but one time he got into a terrible accident. He broke his spine, and for most people that means the end of any training and any sport. But Victor had been training all his life, and he categorically didn't want to lose his muscles, and the solution was to become a bodybuilder. His new hobby helped him to keep his former shape, and also gave his life a new meaning. He didn't become a professional bodybuilder right away, of course. He spent 10 years simply training, not thinking about any competitions. But at some point, Victor's friends told him he could try his luck in a bodybuilding contest. He wasn't sure, but at the end, he decided he had nothing to lose and entered the contest. And that was his first victory on